Happy Thanksgiving. This is a pecan pie that I did not make. This is actually my first Thanksgiving. I've never participated in any Thanksgiving festivities before, so I'm quite excited. Did I have any American friends before moving here? Maybe not. I have family that lives in the States and I have some friends that live in the States, but none of them are American. They just live there. But yeah, I like kind of knew about Thanksgiving, but I didn't really know like the details. Anyway, I got invited, super happy about it. They were like, just come, you don't need to bring anything, but I feel bad, so I'm bringing a pecan pie. I was not about to figure out how to make anything. I just ordered it online. So it's from this place. Actually, you can find them on Grab, Sunrise Tacos, and then I guess they do pies as well. So on their menu they have pecan pie, pumpkin pie, and apple pie. So I got a pecan pie. I'm looking forward to the food. Let me just put this back in the box. I was just taking it out to take the thumbnail photo and show you guys. How delicious. I can't wait. Anyway, I was gonna go to this thing with my neighbor, my friend slash neighbor, but she actually ended up traveling, so I'm just gonna go anyway because I want to eat all the food. I'm home and I didn't vlog anything. I didn't take pictures of anything. I got there kind of late because the traffic was really bad. My driver on the way there, he was playing love songs the whole way. I'm like, either he's really going through it or he's trying to serenade me. Either way. But yeah, I got there kind of late, so like everyone was already sitting down eating, and there was so much food. I was really worried that there wouldn't be enough food. I was like, I've got to bring something. I don't want to just show up empty-handed. I've never seen so much food in my life. Everything you could think of, like the full spread. They didn't have turkey though, so apparently turkey's like really expensive here in Bangkok. So we just had chicken and then like every side you could think of. It was really nice. So yeah, I had a really good time. That started around like 6:30 and I got home around like 10 p.m. Yeah, and I'm well fed and I even got leftovers to take home. Happy Friday evening. So I'm gonna head out. I need to go to, I think it's called Gateway Ekmai. It's the mall by Ekmai BTS. I need to go print some documents. If it was just one thing, I would ask my jurisdiction office downstairs to do it, but it's multiple documents. It's for my pension for my last job, to get refunded my contributions. I must have resigned in June or July, and it's taken them this long after I've had to reach out like twice to find out what's going on. So yeah, I need to fill those documents out so that I could get my money. And then I'm gonna head to MCM Mall. There's like a new-ish store there. I think it's called something Tiger, Flying Tiger. It's a European store. I think it's called Flying Tiger Copenhagen. I could be really wrong on this, but anyway, we'll see when we get there. It's like fancy trinkety stuff and like fancy stationery type stuff, you know, stores that us women like to go to. And the reason I want to check it out is it's my friend's birthday on Tuesday. We're gonna hang out on Sunday. We're gonna go to like a German Christmas market this weekend. And yeah, I want to give her something for her birthday next week. She is very driven, goal-oriented. She's working on a couple of things, so I kind of want to get her like a 2026 planner or something similar to that. So let's go see what they have. I thought it, because it's very bougie looking, I thought it would be quite expensive, but it's not. I'm back home. Let me show let me show you what I got whilst I was out on my little adventure. So I got my documents printed. That was really easy. It took like 2 seconds. Filling them out might take a bit longer. Then, yeah, so I went to this place. It's called Flying Tiger Copenhagen. I was right. Was I? Is that what I said? I will have given this to my friend already by the time I post this, so not to worry. I got her a 2026 planner. There was quite a few options, but this was like the most, I don't know, like the nicest slash more mature. Some of them were like a little bit over the top. There was a really nice like beige-ish champagne kind of colored one with a really nice texture, but clearly that was the most popular, and there was only one left and it had a mark on it. So, but this is really nice. And then I got her some pens to go with that. As I said, she's very like ambitious, has like quite a few things in the works, so I think hopefully she'll find that like useful. On the way back, I got my fave grapes from my fave grape lady. These, I think they're called moon grapes. They're really long. They're my favorites. And then from one of the gourmet markets in Emsphere, I got, let me not lie to you and say what I got. Maybe I won't say. I think it was like a steak and ale pie, but it was with like, I want to say it was with like Wagyu steak or something. That's that, so that's gonna be my dinner. And then I just stopped at 7-Eleven to grab milk for my coffee in the morning because I ran out. Tomorrow I'm gonna be going to the floating bookstore thing. Anyone from Barbados would remember the Logos Hope. I can't remember if that came to Barbados earlier this year or was it last year. Time is an illusion. But yeah, it's I want to say it's a Christian mission, but I know definitely it's like a non-for-profit organization. So it's like a big ship and like almost like a cruise ship, but it's actually like a bookstore and they sail around the world. So the Logos Hope one is the one that I went to in Barbados. Let me show you the books I got. I wanted to collect some classics, so I got Little Women. I really love the book, the cover, whatever, the design, and then I got The Secret Garden. So it's here until Sunday. It's been here for like, since before I went to Vietnam. It's been here for a while. So yeah, my plan is to go to that tomorrow and see what they have and maybe get some more books. I'm just waiting for my Grab car. He's a few minutes away, and then we're gonna head to the floating bookstore, which is at the Bangkok port. It's about 15 minutes drive. Okay, I'm here at the port. Apparently we have to take a van. That's my old car. I miss her. Just one person, please.
One. Thank you. One adult.
Thank you. experience today. I had a good time. Everything ran really smoothly, but I don't know what I expect from Bangkok. Nothing but the best. So I'll show you what I got. I actually didn't find any like fiction or non-fiction books that I wanted to read, but I got a crossword book and a word search book. When I went to the Logos Hope ship in Barbados, I had gotten a few of these, I think. I like doing these and they're very good for your brain. One of my friends, Sophia, she is a crossword enthusiast. And then I actually got a Bible, which is what I wanted to get. I got this really nice one. It's like leather. It's very, very fancy with larger print because I don't know, I hate like the super small print. I actually have never owned a Bible and I've never read the Bible. But I bought this book, I want to say about a year ago on Amazon. The Bible in 52 Weeks, a year-long Bible study for women. So it's like a book to accompany when you're reading the Bible to study along with it. So that's kind of why, because I have the Bible app on my phone, but it's not the same. I like to have physical books. So yeah, that. But yeah, there was no, so if you've never been before, I'll just give you a little rough overview. So obviously the ship is by the port. You get there and there would be like a van, a shuttle van to take you from like the parking area to the actual ship. The fee to get on board was like 20 baht, which is like 60 cents. So nothing major. The difference between my experience in Barbados and the experience here, when you would get on the ship in Barbados, they do like a quick safety overview and kind of like talk through the experience, I guess, beforehand. Whereas that didn't happen here at all. It was just like, welcome to the ship. There was no safety briefing, nothing. So when you get on the ship in Barbados, it was like inside, as in like I think you go down a level and it's like inside the ship is the bookstore. It's just on one level. Whereas this one was like out on a big deck and it was like quite open and breezy, which was nice. So obviously because they sail around the world and there would be different currencies to deal with, they actually use a point system. So or unit system. So you'll see this book is 100 units and then they would just have a sign saying however many units equals however many of the local currency. I can't remember the conversion off the top of my head, but yeah, these were 100 units each and this was close to 1,000. I think it was like 800 or 900 units. So yeah, that wasn't bad. And then there's also a cafe on board where they do popcorn, ice cream, drinks, coffee, that kind of stuff. So there was a lot of people on board, but I didn't have to wait for anything. So I didn't have to wait for the shuttle to get there. Like as I arrived, there was a shuttle leaving. When I was ready to leave the boat, a shuttle had just left to go back to the parking area and one came straight away. So I didn't have to wait for that. And when I went to pay for the books, there was maybe like 2 people in front of me. It wasn't a long wait. And I also went to the cafe, as you guys would have seen in the vlog. And there was maybe a few people in front of me. So everything just like flowed really easily. This was the last day in Bangkok. So I'm sure like earlier on it was much busier. Whilst we're on the topic of books, I'll show you my little collection. So I would have shown you guys before. This is what I'm reading right now, The Piano Teacher. I'm terrible. I will be consistent reading like every evening and then I'll just put it down for a while, but I'm almost finished. I was saying this is like a really easy read. It kind of hits all the spots, like a little bit of romance, a little bit of scandal, a little bit of action, but the more I read it, it's getting like very scandalous towards the end. But yeah, I really like it. This was a book I got in a secondhand book sale, obviously, you can tell. Another secondhand book I got, so I just brought like a handful with me, is The 4 Agreements. I actually got this for free. There's a charity shop in Barbados. What is it called? I can't remember. I'll put the name on the screen. Obviously they take in like donations and then they sell them, but if things are not like good enough quality to sell, they put them outside for people to just pick up. So I went there a day, I think, to drop stuff off before I was moving. And the reason it's not good quality enough to sell is because the previous owner would have highlighted some words, but otherwise it's in perfect condition. So yeah, I'm gonna read that. Then I have this book called What the Psychic Told the Pilgrim. So I picked a few of these books up at a secondhand book sale in Barbados. One of the dog shelters, I think the Ark, they have a monthly tent sale outside of Massey Bigby or Massey Worthing, which is a supermarket. And the books are range from like $2 to $5 Barbados, so nothing over $2.50 US. And I picked up a bunch of books to put in my Airbnb, but before leaving I like swapped out the ones that I hadn't read and took some with me. So this one is about a lady who does the Camino de Santiago in Spain, which is a pilgrimage. It's a Catholic pilgrimage, but a lot of people do it who are not even religious. It's like if you're like a hiking enthusiast, it's a really beautiful scenic hike, but it is like over 30 days to do it. I think the most traditional route is you start in France and cross the border, hike across northern Spain, and I think you end at a cathedral, but I think it's near the border to Portugal. I had actually started reading this book before, but it was around the time that I decided to move, so I ended up just like abandoning the book because I had so many things to deal with. And I can tell it was around that time because I decided to move when I was on a work trip to Mexico, and when I opened this book up, I have my boarding pass. My boarding pass for my flight, you can see it says Guadalajara. That was such a good trip, but yeah, on that trip I was like, I need to move. There's a lot of the world I haven't seen and I need to get up and go. But yeah, I picked this book up. I mean, when it said What the Psychic Told the Pilgrim, I was like, ooh, psychic, but also because I really want to do the Camino de Santiago. I'm thinking maybe not next year, the year after. That's the plan. This next one I also got at the Ark book sale, and it's called The Last Pearl Fisher of Scotland. I got it because my mum's Scottish. I was also born in Scotland. I actually didn't know they farmed or fished for pearls in Scotland. I had no idea. Well, they used to, I guess, according to this book. I think from reading the back, it's supposed to be like quite a fun comical book. So yeah, I thought that would be like a cute little read. And then lastly, I picked this book up in Vietnam. Whoops, don't let me drop it. Circe by Madeline Miller. One of the last books that I read, which now happens to be one of my favorite books, was also by Madeline Miller, and it's called The Song of Achilles. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the old Greek poem, the Iliad or the Odyssey. If you're not, you probably will be familiar with the movie Troy with Brad Pitt. So the Song of Achilles is the same storyline as the Iliad and Troy, but it's told from the perspective of Patroclus, who is Achilles' companion, should we say. And then Circe is the story of the Odyssey. I believe there's a movie about the Odyssey coming out next year. Yeah, it's told from the perspective of Circe, the witch, who has an affair with Odysseus. So yeah, I am really excited to read this. The Song of Achilles was so well written, hence why it's one of my favorite books now. And I love that it's like a familiar storyline, but from a completely different perspective. So it seems really fresh and new. But yeah, she's a very talented writer, so I'm excited to read this one. I haven't decided which book I'm going to read next after I finish The Piano Teacher, so comment down below and let me know which one you think I should read next. I'm gonna leave links for all of these books below, so if you're a book nerd like me, you can read along with me, or if you want to gift any of these books to someone for Christmas, it will be for Amazon. It is an affiliate link, by the way, so I will be making a small commission if you purchase any of the books through the link. Happy Sunday. I'm about to head to church, but before I go, let me show you something. So this is a really easy idea for giving back. I used to travel a lot for work. Like one of my previous jobs, I used to travel like 7 or 8 times a year at least. So I collect the items from hotels that they give you complimentary, like the toothbrush and toothpaste kits, combs. Normally they also give you like soap or ear cleaners, and then also the packs from the airlines. I actually used one of them, but I didn't use the socks. So this would usually have like a toothbrush kit, socks, some other stuff. So I collect these, and I used to donate them to a women's shelter. Yeah, where I was living at the time, I would donate them to a women's shelter. But now that I've moved here, the church that I go to, they do like a feeding the homeless type program, and also donate like clothes and stuff like that. So I'm going to take those to church today. So yeah, that's a pretty easy way to give back, especially if you travel frequently, and you can just look up organizations in your area like women's shelters, homeless shelters that you can give them to. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the vlog here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know, and you know the drill. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment and a like, because it helps my channel grow, and I will see you next week. Actually, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm gonna attempt to do Vlogmas. So I will be posting one vlog every day from December 1st till December 25th. I'm gonna try. We'll see if it happens. See you next time.